How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust.
Pendo killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic, 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. U.P.K undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bass and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Acting rap, why get him hurt? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody trying to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, but they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues? They were blurry, they were freezing, you could almost hardly
Woke up, took a deep breath, realized I was suffocating from real niggerism. I ain't even have to eat yet. Got a full plate, recognizing they don't recognize my rhythm. Tell a devil he can eat a dick. Real spit, that's lit. I know, cause I'm bugged while he's down on his lusts. Feel his guts with realest rust, been eating us lunch fast. 4,795 months, but we finna take over for the 9. Once and for all, glass slipper in the jaw. Lady liberties and trend, they gotta kick in the balls. About just cause, every piece has balls or claws. But us can't even call for help. All we have is so-called knowledge of self. Even that's manufactured whole wide is kept. More money, more problems, we acquire more debt. Generational wealth is at the bottom of the well. Solitary confinement in a mighty cold cell. In a land which no man dwell. All the violence being felt. Neck harness with a noose, whip back full of wealth. Trying to terror in your eyes. To the vision of the youth. Deformed, be born, about to see 4 units in the city in the drop. That's Lino. Separate your wig from your scalp. That's chemo. Sabi, no weed, no molly. Act B4, lottie. That Hollywood shit is for the birds. Frankly, I'm really perturbed. Vicinity once served. The people that deserve a hero reserved. And regal immersed. The evil in a place with a race that emerged. Illegal got zero tolerance for ego. Tolerance, I see no progress. Why we so complicated? Cold day in hell when this hell freezes over you. The only thing colder is the stare of Gloria. The tell is hello, water down. The truth is always Gloria. Endure to the end, even when it lies in the den and it's time to make amends. Glass ceilings brassing over. My profession is connected with the shot eyes. Yeah, I used to hot box, smacking like some pop rods, running like a stopwatch. Everything top notch when they want a hopscotch flip flop. Listen like some titties out of crop top. City on clock, nigga know what nigga talking patois. Everybody back off. 3, 2, 1, finna blast off. Drop a bitch, how they do it in a dance hall. WWE on the freak, JJ's want the beat, so it's always eat. No, we always eat good. Fleetwood making out of each hood. Holy is the priesthood, superior to preachers, fucking blood and dream. But the condition of my people is an emo for religion, and the alternate opinion is an enemy of God. Been raped, robbed, murdered, forgot with a victim mentality created up with the bone. It's a bruise. Abused by the blind they vibe. This is all they folk. This is all they folk. By they, I mean white folk, Caucasians, cavemen. The synagogue of Satan is a fine dog blazing. I'm a stupid in the mind. I was high, people slaying niggas going super saiyan, growing beards. It's amazing. Go to church, that's taking that cross, that hangman, a cranium for maintaining all throne. But to break that mold, I ripped the soul out with a switchblade. Let it know not to be bitch made. You'll find out on this day. It's the Lord's battle, so shit take. A cold day in hell when this hell freezes over you. The only thing colder is the stare of a warrior. The tell is hello, water down. The truth is always endure to the end. When the lies in the den and it's time to make amends.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but attached unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Give it to me. You know what I want. Give me. Finish where you at. As it is written, Jacob had I love, but Esau have I hate. Said he loved Jacob and hated Esau. Everybody say God don't hate. You a damn liar. God do hate. He made a whole lot of things. And some people. Nature eating the bread. Tripping. Why you make me in this head? Let me tell you something, black man. I wish I implore you. I beg you, brother, to open up the Bible, turn the music off, tell your women go in the other room, and just open up the Bible and start checking it out. Write down these scriptures we talk. I don't care what religion you in. I don't care what you believe in. Examine this for yourself, man. I did not understand life until I opened this book. I was on my way, brother, to be a drug-induced penitentiary convict. I'd be dead right now or in the penitentiary if I had not lifted this book and I examined all religions. And my eyes didn't get open until I got rid of the music and the Christianity and opened up the Bible and realized, well, I'll be damned. It's talking about us. It's talking about us, not them. And they are desperate to keep us Christian because Christianity is slavery. People need something better than these religions, man. They need a nation, man, an identity, man. A king, a government, a rulership is what they need, man. And guess what? They gonna get it. That's right.
And we feel every week when you speak. You wanna say forgive your enemies? Please. Don't talk to me about peace. Niggas locked up with no voice to help them get free. Then they pop up and try to sell a nigga that same dream. The truth is, they don't give a damn about you or me. So please, don't talk to me about peace. It's time to show and prove. We hear you huffing and puffing, talking and bargaining. Nigga, show me what your ass can do. You say you got the truth, so when our kids was getting murdered in the streets, nigga, tell me where the hell were you? Hear crickets in the room. Yeah, I know, you can care less only if it benefit you. When I tell you what you do, pack your shit up and move. Out of time you our people in Flint. Another brother and a sister live. No more closed eyes, no more ducking high, no more yo the sky. Praise this to the most high. Niggas dying and don't see none of y'all in these streets. Mama's crying, going to funerals every weekend. When you speak, you wanna say forgive your enemies? Please. Don't talk to me about peace. Niggas locked up with no voice to help them get free. Then they pop up and try to sell a nigga that same dream. The truth is, they don't give a damn about you or me. So please, don't talk to me about peace. In a court of law, it ain't about what you know, it's what you can prove. You ain't got no evidence, you lose. These crackers got rules, make you put your hands on the Bible, you swear to tell the truth. They trying to ban you, don't get it confused. In a court of law, you can cut your dreads and wear a nice suit. They still gonna label you a goon. You should swear a judge have a chance of making it out that room. They trying to ban you. I thought you knew, nigga. But everything ain't what it seems. Cause the judge, prosecutor, and PD against you. They all tag team. They trying to make you take the plea and make you serve 10, 20 life without parole. Back in slavery. So separation is the key. Let's separate the crackers that hate us and need niggas that let them infiltrate us. Weak ass. Sweet ass, talk when the cracker tell your ass to speak ass, nigga. Niggas dying and don't see none of y'all in these streets. Mama's crying, going to funerals every weekend. When you speak, you wanna say forgive your enemies? Please, don't talk to me about peace. Niggas locked up with no voice to help them get free. Then they pop up and try to sell a nigga that same dream. The truth is, they don't give a damn about you or me. So please, don't talk to me about it. And I ain't trying to be like Punk, dog. I'm picking up what Punk left off, so hit him up, cause I'm coming for all y'all. Fuck Jada Pinkett, fuck Will Smith, fuck White Jesus for you Christian ass niggas. And I ain't forget still, fuck all you rapping faggot ass niggas. Getting fucked for a deal, but claim you real. Apologize for the truth? No, never will. You looking at a U.P.K priest that tell it like it is. Niggas think they got freedom in America, and they don't realize they free dumb in America. That red, white, and blue flag must represent your freedom. To that red, white, and blue badge, arrest you for no fucking reason. National Association, Advancement of Color People. Yeah, more like the other people. You put your trust in that fake ass Barack Obama, or join the real brotherhood with General YAHANNA. Niggas dying and don't see none of y'all in these streets. Mama's crying, going to funerals every weekend. When you speak, you wanna say forgive your enemies? Please. Don't talk to me about peace. Niggas locked up with no voice to help them get free. Then they pop up and try to sell a nigga that same dream. The truth is, they don't give a damn about you or me. So please, don't talk to me about peace.
All right, Shalom, Israel. This is I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. In 1969, we've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Indians as they are the true biblical Israelites of the Bible. So what comes along with that is learning your culture, learning your heritage, learning how to serve your God, okay? And tonight we will take all questions concerning that. When it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people serving their God, you have a question about that, question about the Bible, question about your life, go ahead and drop it into the comment section, or you can hit the link and get live with us, and we'll lay all your worries to rest right here at the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, okay? Go ahead.
Also, man, join in live. You know what I'm saying? If you capable and able, link in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? You can join in live, join us live stream, get up on the camera, you know what I'm saying? Have your questions answered live. You know what I mean? Go through these scriptures with us live. It's all interactive, you know what I'm saying? Also, hit share, hit like, you know what I mean? Share this across all of Israel, you know what I'm saying? All across the globe. And let people know, you know what I'm saying? This is the original home of the truth. Come with your questions because we got the answers. I mean, last thing, sign in if you trying to get your Hebrew name. You've been in the school, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you signing into those classes. The link for that is also in the comment section. You just want to go and sign in to show that you've been, diligent and checking in and out of classes. Yeah.
Like Rob said, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Check in, do all that, you know what I'm saying? Get live with us, you know what I'm saying? This is the Monday night Florida I.S.U.P.K scripture breakdown class. Everybody who is, already in the school should be in the class, you know? Everybody in Florida should be in the class. Should be ready to have a question or a concern that you have ready to present it to the priests and officers in the Israelite School of UPK, so you can, go ahead and put your mind to rest. We can help you out. You know what I'm saying? After that, we go ahead and get into some scriptures and talk about what's going on in the earth today, 2022. What's going on in the earth? What's concerning blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? How do we get out of this situation that we're in? Like that's been the $1 million questions for niggas forever. Right. How do we get out of this situation? How do we get out of this position that we're in without having, to kiss our oppressor's butt? To have to beg him to do it. How do we do it on our own? How do we do it without having to beg Esau or Edom? You know what I'm saying? How do we do it without, How do we get his knee off our neck without, us begging him to, show us mercy? Here's the answer. You know the answer, right? Go ahead and tell them the answer.
Keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right? That's definitely it. But the thing is, we have to turn to our power. Okay? In order for us to overturn the power that exists in the earth, you gotta have some power. Right? You gotta have some kind of power to overpower the power that exists. Now, the power that we turn to is the most high power, the God. You know what I mean? Like, it's what niggas can't see, what the white man can't see, what the Chinese can't see, what the Africans can't see, what the Arabs can't see. That invisible power that chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people to rule the earth. What we have to do is turn back to that power. Okay? Have that power on our side. How do you do that? Like the brother just said, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Pray to the Most High Power. And he will get you out of the situation that you're in. You know what I mean? He's done it before. Multiple times have he gotten us out of captivity. We were reading it yesterday or the other day in the book of, what was that, Daniel? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the difference in the captivity that we're in right now today. The captivity that we're in right now today, this type of captivity never existed before, because in this captivity, God's chosen people does not know who they are. And they've been lied to about who they are. That never happened before. That never happened before. We read scriptures that we're in captivity, and the people that are over us are saying, yeah, okay, yeah, you from that tribe of Judah. You them people, you them Hebrews. But in this captivity, they're saying, no, that's not who you are. Shh. If you say that's who you are, you're being anti-Semitic. Like, it's a whole struggle and fight just to regain your identity, your true identity. That's heavy. That's really heavy, man. Like, that's really heavy. For somebody to oppress who you are, it's like telling a Chinese man he is not a Chinese. You're going to look at the people that are saying it like they're crazy. Like, he's clearly a Chinese man. No, he's not Chinese. He's Chinese American. He's Western American or something. You know what I mean? And if you don't believe that, then you know what I mean? Like, you are being a hate group. You're being hateful. You're being, you know what I mean? Like, you are against everything that is right and good and wonderful in the earth. Right? And that's how they're depicting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today, who are just trying to come back to their culture, who are just trying to come back to who they are, just trying to regain their, identity. So that's where we're at in the earth today. We got any questions in the comments? Go ahead.
Trooper cannot wants to he asked for a breakdown in Ecclesiasticus 21, verse 18.
You just want a general breakdown?
Yes.
Chapter 18?
Chapter 21, verse 18. I got it.
21, 18. You start up, obviously you gotta start up. You start at verse 11. See, that's enough. Try to run through it.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 21, verse 11. He that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth the understanding thereof.
So he wanted to break down 18, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 21, verse 11. He that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth the understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Most High is wisdom. He that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness.
So he that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth understanding thereof. Like, keep the law, right? And you go through stuff, you're going to understand, you know what I'm saying? You keep the law, you're going to understand what's going on. He that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth understanding thereof. And the perfection of the fear of the Most High is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So you start, you know what I mean, like keeping the laws, and, you know what I mean, after a certain period of time, like you start to understand, you know what I'm saying? You start to see, you know, what's what. You know what I mean? Like here's the just not keeping the laws, right? Now you gotta ask questions and stuff. It's like this brother's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get understanding. That's how you get, you know what I'm saying? That's how you become, you know what I mean, wise in the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? Keep going.
Okay. Verse 12. He that is not wise will not be taught.
Right. What does that say?
Meaning, you know what I'm saying? If you like basically if you a fool, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna listen to what's being taught to you. You know what I'm saying, you just like basically if you don't listen to what's being taught to you, you're not wise. You're not listening to the men that have the understanding and the wisdom, and you know what I'm saying, and you're not wise.
You don't want to be taught, basically. Like you believe in Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be taught. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Keep reading. Where you at? Verse 11?
Yeah.
Start at verse 10. 1 second.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 21, verse 10. The way of sinners is made plain with stones, but at the end thereof is the pit of hell. He that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth the understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Most High is wisdom. He that is not wise will not be taught, but there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. Verse 14.
So verse 10, the way of, so like the verse, we started at verse 11.
10. Well, yeah.
Verse 11, he that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth understanding thereof, and the perfection of fear of the Most High is wisdom. You should be able to understand that. He that is not wise will not be taught.
If I could.
Go ahead.
Yeah, perfect precept would be, the beginning of wisdom. Fear is the beginning of wisdom. Fear of the Most High.
Yes.
Beginning of wisdom.
Yes. You're absolutely right. He that is not wise will not be taught. Like you said, the fear, and it just said right here in the verse before, you know what I mean? Like, that's, like, That's the problem with our people, is we don't fear the Most High God. And it's because, you know, the position we've been put in. Like we are not getting stoned right away for being an adulterer. We're not getting stoned right away, you know what I'm saying, for murder. We're not, you know what I'm saying, we're not seeing the immediate punishment because the Levites, the priests that used to be, you know, in charge and rule, you know what I mean, and keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It's not like that anymore, okay? So now we think that, you know what I mean, like just because you've been smoking weed, just because you've been a whore, just because you've been, you know what I mean, the worst thing on the planet for 30 years and nothing has happened to you, you think that God loves you. You think that, you know, everything is perfect. God is all love. You know what I mean? Like, God is all love. All I got to do is bless, say a prayer over this, you know, pork chop sandwich, and I'm good to go. When that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? That's not how the nigga God works. Okay? He's given us, you know what I mean, the ability to make a choice right now today. And the reason why, you know what I'm saying, we're on, like, you have to look at it in the big picture. Not just yourself, not just the individual. You have to look at the big picture. You have to look at your whole family. And we don't look at our whole family. We look at ourselves. We look at our individual selves, how we're doing. And if we're doing okay, then everything's okay. But if we're not doing good, then, you know, there's something wrong in the earth. What is, you know what I mean? Like, so once you get a good job, once you get, you know what I'm saying, a good, you know what I'm saying, position with Esau, you forget about everybody else. Like, you drive by them every day and look at them like they're crazy and just don't care about them. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, that is, you know, and then somebody tells you, you know what I'm saying, that you have to care about your brother. You have to care about, you know, the whole family, the whole nation. And then, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to hear that. You know, that can't be right. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to be taught these ways. They don't want to be taught these laws, statutes, and commandments. They don't want to be taught brotherhood. They don't want to be taught how to love another nigga. How, you know, a Mexican should love a nigga. A Mexican should love Mexicans first. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans should love our people, the whole family. How a Mexican should love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. How a Jamaican should love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. If you're not willing to be taught that, then, you know what I'm saying, like, you're not willing to be taught. You know what I'm saying? He that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth understanding thereof. Like, you understand, you keep the laws, you'll understand, you know, how you start keeping these laws and getting the breakdowns and understanding the scriptures, you'll understand how brotherhood is, like, the law and statutes and commandments is actually all brotherhood. It's all about how niggas should treat niggas. How, you know, Hispanics should treat, you know, blacks. How blacks should treat, you know what I mean, Native Indians. Okay? You'll get the understanding of that once you start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and actually getting the breakdowns and the understanding of it, okay? And the perfection of the fear of the Most High is wisdom, okay? He that is not wise will not be taught. So that's Christian church, right? They swear they know everything, and we try to tell them something. You know, you got to keep the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Feast of Tabernacle. They don't want to know that. All they want to know is, you know what I'm saying, love white Jesus, celebrate Thanksgiving, and, you know, get a good job and work hard. They want to know that stuff. Okay, go ahead.
If I may,
Go ahead.
if I could, like, you know, the proof of this scripture and what you just said about Christians. The proof is after Sunday, after you go to church tomorrow, you might be in church right now. Ask your Christian pastor, after church anything about the Bible and see what he answers. See what answer he gonna give you if you just question anything that he even read. He might read the scripture and just like how we got, brothers and sisters checking in the class right now, they got questions in the comments. You understand? If they was to take these questions to their Christian church, well, not to their Christian church, but to a Christian church, you understand, they wouldn't get an answer because they can't be taught there. Because the person they asking the questions wasn't taught there. They was taught white supremacy. It was taught how to love their oppressor and how to keep niggas from, loving the Most High and only loving their oppressor.
Right. No, you're right. Because like it says right here, he that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth understandings thereof.
What law is like?
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to like be taught basically. Like you have to get an understanding. The only way you're going to get understanding is to ask questions and have your questions answered. And that's what you're saying. You can't get taught in a Christian church. There is no question you can go in there and ask. Whatever that preacher is preaching today, that's it. You just listen and say hallelujah and put money in the collection plate, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like take your black behind home. You know what I'm saying?
That's no question.
Right. So that's, you know what I mean? That understanding is actually asking questions, getting the understanding, learning, you know what I mean, from the men of the Lord on what you should and should not be doing, you know what I'm saying, in the earth. Okay. Verse 12, he that is not wise will not be taught. That's the Christian pastor. That's anybody in the Christian church. But there is a wisdom which multiplieth bitterness. Wow. There is a wisdom that multiplied bitterness. Okay. Where did you stop reading that?
I didn't read 13. Well, you didn't.
Okay.
Break
All
down
right.
13.
So if you're wise and what? Keeping Thanksgiving. If you know what I'm saying? You know all the ins and outs of, you know what I'm saying, keeping Esau's laws, and keeping, pagan, whatever, you know what I'm saying, is going against the Most High. That wisdom, okay, will multiply bitterness. Okay? You're going to still be on the bottom. You're going to be getting shot in the streets by the police officers, okay? You're going to be dying by the hands of your oppressor because your wisdom is celebrate Thanksgiving, celebrate Christmas, being gay, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. That wisdom is going to multiply bitterness. You're going to die, my nigga. You're going to perpetually just die in the earth, okay? Instead of, you know what I mean, like, this school was established and raised to establish a revolution. Like we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to keep the laws. Why?
Without it, they die.
We keep the laws, and then the power, our power will be on our side again. He will listen to what we want. He will listen to our prayers. He will send Yahawashi back, you know what I'm saying, and make thermonuclear warfare happen on earth so blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can, you know what I mean, rise up from that, the destruction of this society. Okay? We keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you know what I mean, so we can rise, so the revolution can happen. What's on the bottom now will be on the top, and what's on the top will be on the bottom. It's all over the scriptures, right? So that's, you know what I mean, like, we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, so our power will be with us. And, you know what I mean, like, we can get out of this situation that we're in, this condition that we're in. Read verse 13.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 13. The knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life.
That's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Counsel from the wise men, wise in these laws, statutes, and commandments, wise, and you know what I mean, the words of the Most High Power. You know what I'm saying? You get that, and you know what I'm saying. Like now, the knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like pure fountains of life. Like you're gonna live. You know what I mean? You're gonna live. You're not gonna die at the hands of Esau. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters in this school, you know what I'm saying? You keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and the Lord is with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get jammed up. You know what I'm saying? By the police. You're not getting. You know what I'm saying? We're just not gonna be in a position to, you know what I mean, like to go through those things that the average brother and sister in the earth goes through. Smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? Being gay and doing, you know what I mean? Like just being in the earth, being of this world. You know what I'm saying? Like Christ said, you could be in the world, but don't be of the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's how, you know what I'm saying? Like that counsel that you get from General Muhammad on down, from Commanding General YAHANNA, flows, you know what I'm saying? Like a fountain of water. You know what I'm saying? To everybody who wants to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, and learn and grow and serve our power the way we're supposed to. Right? Keep going.
Verse 14. The inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it. But as soon as one of no understanding, but as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back.
Like I don't even have to break that. Like that's the description of most of our brothers and sisters in the earth today. You know what I'm saying? They hear what you say, and it will like offend them, like right off the top. I tell anybody, I just told somebody this stuff, I think last night. Mm-hmm. When I first told my brother, I found out about the truth, and I told him that Christ was black. Mm-hmm. Oh. I can't even like describe the reaction he gave me. It blew my mind. I was like, he went off. Like, you can't say that. Like, he went, and that's, you know what I'm saying? That's,
if I could.
Go ahead.
Like, try telling brothers that they can't smoke anything.
Yeah.
Like, let me get you a cigarette pack, and let me turn this thing sideways and read this real quick. It says, this thing can kill you. Paraphrase. And you hand it back. And you're like, nah, nigga, I think I'm about to smoke this right now. Like, they don't even care what you just said. Let alone weed. Like, they think weed does no wrong. Well, weed is killing you, bro. Yes, it is. Weed is absolutely killing you, and it's killing your people right along. Every joint you smoke.
Every unlawful thing that niggas do. Mm-hmm. Okay. The weed is not killing you, right? What's killing us?
I get disobeying the Most High.
The Lord is killing you. You know what I mean? Like the Most High is killing you. Like the Most High allows you to get cancer.
Right.
You don't just get cancer.
Right.
The Lord He ordained you to get cancer. You know what I mean? Like the Lord, we cannot, you know what I'm saying, understand His ins and outs, okay? But the Lord is who kills you. The Lord is who gives you life. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is who puts a baby in a womb and allows it to grow and come out the matrix. You know what I'm saying? The Lord does all these things, okay? You going against your power, Him giving you cancer, that's just a curse. That's a judgment, okay? That's a judgment. So the Lord, you know, kills and makes alive, okay? Where you at? Verse 15. If a skillful man hears a wise word, he will commend it. And you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, when you read that, that's me first thing I picture is like brothers and sisters in the class. Go ahead. You know, brothers and sisters in the class. Okay. The first thing I thought about when I heard that was like, if a brother or a sister is in this class and they hear these words that we are breaking down, like they're going to commend it. They're going to be like, yeah, that's right. I understand that. That sounds, you know what I mean? Like, that's good. But if he's unwise, okay, but as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he cast it behind his back, okay? Like, only if, you know, like the Lord don't want everybody. And that's a hard thing for, you know, for us to take grasp of. The Lord does not want everybody. If he wanted everybody, then what the Christian church say would be true about, you know, God is all love. But God is not all love. God is a God of war. You know, God is a war of killing. God, he's a God he's jealous, okay? So God, you know what I mean? Like, you have to prove yourself to be, you know what I mean? Like, at a certain position with the Most High Power. And that's what this whole thing is about, okay? Who is chosen and who is not? Who's going to rule the earth? Who's going to be in a certain position when Yahweh shall return? Who's going to be over brothers and sisters to teach them? Who is going to guide blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you know what I'm saying, in the right direction? If you're doing that now, guess what? You will do it. You're going to do it in your next life. Okay? You're going to do it, you know what I mean, like when you return. Okay? So you have to be, if you are wise, you will choose the word, you will choose the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. But if you are just a fool, then you're going to despise what we teach in the school. You're going to despise not smoking cigarettes. You're going to despise not smoking weed. You're going to despise not being a whoremonger, okay? You're going to despise these things. You're going to want them. You're not going to want to, you know what I mean, not have or participate. You're going to despise not eating turkey on a certain day of the year. You're going to despise that because you're not wise. You know what I mean? Like, you don't love the Most High. You don't want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. All you want to do is to please your feelings, your emotions, your gut, what you want to do right now today, how you feel. You don't have any understanding, and you don't even want to get the understanding from men that have the knowledge and understanding of your God, of your power. You just want to think things are the way that you think they should be. You want things to happen the way you want them to happen, when that's not reality. That's the American dream. That's God loves everybody. That's what that is. That's foolishness. That's vain. That's Thanksgiving and Christmas and Valentine's Day. That's what all that is. And that's what you want. That's what you love. You don't love discipline. You don't love the Day of Atonement. Not being able to put something in your mouth for 24 hours. You don't love that. You love being able to just eat and smoke and drink and stick your rod into anything that moves. That's what you love. When the Lord right here is telling you, if you had any wisdom, you would not love those things. And listen, life is war, okay? You have to fight your flesh. You have to fight the things that you want to do. You have to fight what you feel like you should be doing, according to what your God said you should be doing. Okay? That's what needs to be happening. Okay? And if you don't want to do that, then you are foolish. And you don't have any understanding. Okay? So let's pick up at Ecclesiasticus 21:15. If a skillful man hears a wise word, he will commend it, and unto it, and add unto it, Salakia. So yeah, that's heavy right there. And you will add onto it. Not only will you, agree that you should not be eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, but you'll pull a precept. Salakia, sir, can we use this precept? Does this go along with this? You know what I'm saying? You'll add on to, yes, I agree. And even furthermore, this scripture said the same thing, sir. That's what a skillful man will do, okay? But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it pleases him, and he cast it behind his back. They walk away from it, basically. You walk away from it. You don't want to have nothing to do with not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Okay, you don't want to have nothing to do with, keeping the Passover. You don't want to have nothing to do with if you sleep with a woman that you can't throw her away. Okay, you don't want to have nothing to do with that. But that's what you should be doing. Okay, if you was wise and had understanding, and if you was skillful, okay? Verse 16. The talking of a fool is like a burden in the way, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. That's heavy. The talking of a fool is like a burden in the way. Like, it's like you're trying to live your life. You're trying to, a burden in the way. What's something simple you can, a burden in the way is you trying to get something simple. You're trying to get to work. You driving, and boom, here goes a traffic jam. That's a burden in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is causing me heartache. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the talking of a fool is like a burden in the way. Like you at work, you know what I'm saying, and you just trying to, you know what I'm saying, go about your day and do your thing, and some fool comes and tells you, you know what I'm saying, you should be celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's a burden, you know what I'm saying, putting on you, telling you something's, evil, something that you should not be doing. But grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. Okay, so somebody that's telling you that you shouldn't do those things, okay, now what's he getting? It just said it right there. Verse 16. But grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. And that's what we teach that every day, all day. You know what I mean? Grace is something that you have a time period on. You know what I mean? Like, once you know the truth, I told you the truth. You know what I'm saying? But you still want to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, then you're a fool. But if you say, okay, yeah, I need to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, that's grace. Because now the Most High has allowed you to, you know what I mean, like, come back to him and serve him and be, you know what I'm saying, in the kingdom of heaven. Be basically, you know what I mean, in the government, you know what I mean, of rulership when Christ returns. Okay? Verse 17. Read verse 17 for me, Isaiah.
Verse 17. They inquire at the mouth of the wise man and in the congregation. Sorry, they inquire at the mouth of the wise man in the congregation, and they shall ponder his words in their heart.
Mm-hmm. You understand that, right? That's like, you know, that sounds like to me when the Sadducees and Pharisees always came up to Christ and tried to jam him up, you know what I mean? And then Christ would answer it right, and they all, you know what I mean? Like they couldn't say nothing. All they can do is think about it. Your heart is your mind. You know what I'm saying? In their mind, they're thinking, God, you know, like, couldn't get it with that one. You know what I mean? All they can do is ponder. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go ahead.
like, Christ spoke in parables. So they like, okay, hold up. Is he right? They're like, is he right? He not wrong. Is he right?
Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like that's every time, like, I love these words, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the truth. I love, you know what I mean, what the Most High has to say. I love our history. You know what I mean? I love the breakdown that brothers gave before, you know what I mean, Commanding General YAHANNA and, General Muhammad, okay? Commanding General YAHANNA and General Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? These words are for, you know what I mean, like someone who loves the Most High God, okay? Keep going,
Verse 18. As is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. And the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense.
Wow, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's as a house that is destroyed. So this house is destroyed, Aktazar. Okay, so is wisdom of a fool. What is that? What is wisdom of a fool? We just broke that down earlier. Go ahead.
Okay, so wisdom, like a house, if it's destroyed, it's not a house at all. Like, when you think about a house, you think about a body, a unit. You know what I'm saying? If it's destroyed, then, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing there. There's nothing salvageable of this house. There's no, like, for instance, as a precept, you know what I'm saying, there's a precept where it says, a house cannot stand without, you know what I'm saying, if it's divided. You know what I'm saying? If you got division in your house, then your house is destroyed. It can't stand on its own. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what it means. So when it's comparing it to the wisdom, so is wisdom to a fool. Like, what is wisdom to a fool? You know what I mean? What is a body to a house that's destroyed? What's a family to a house that's destroyed? What is wisdom to a fool?
Right.
So can't take wisdom.
So this right. So as a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. Okay. So basically, the house is destroyed, right? So wisdom, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, not sleeping with a woman and throwing her away. Okay. That to a fool, that wisdom is like, he won't understand that wisdom. He won't take that, okay? As a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. Like, he thinks you give him the truth, you tell him this, that he can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, he can't smoke cigarettes, he can't smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? Like, to him, that's destruction. He thinks wisdom and knowledge and prosperity is, you know what I'm saying, how many women can I sleep with and get away with it and throw them to the roadside? How much, lobster can I eat and be a baller? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his wisdom. But the real wisdom is not doing those things. So his wisdom is destruction. Niggas being on the bottom. Brothers getting shot by the police. Because as long as we are not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, that's where we will remain. Okay? As a house that is destroyed. Just like our houses today. Look at our houses today. They got single mothers trying to raise sons, that the sons are being drug dealers and gay, and the daughters are whores and strippers, you know what I'm saying? They're all, addicted to some type of drug or another. Just as this house is destroyed, it's because so is wisdom to a fool. If you don't have any wisdom, if you don't want to listen to law and commandments, your house will be destroyed. your kids will grow up and be on drugs. You will be a single mother and not know how to keep a man. Because, you know what I mean? Like, you have, you know what I mean? Like, no wisdom. You don't want to listen to the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? And the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense. We hear that all the time. We go out to camp and somebody try to come up against us, and it seems like what they're saying is just, it don't make no sense. What they're saying don't make any sense. When you break down, you know what I'm saying? Okay, what your mama say, what your grandmama say, what your wife say, what your husband say, who's not in the truth, against these words that we break down and show you plain as day that the Lord said you can't celebrate, Christmas. We show you Christmas in the Bible. And then they say something crazy that just don't make no sense to try to rebuke what you're saying. Their rebuttal makes no sense. And that's you know what I mean, like that destroyed house. Okay? As is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. He's going to be destroyed. His house will be destroyed. And the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense. You're just saying something. You don't know what you're saying. You're just saying it just so you can come against the truth. Just so you can come against the men of the Lord. Just so you can have a rebuttal. You'll say anything. And it doesn't make any sense. Keep reading.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 19. Doctrine to fools is as fetters on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand. A fool lifteth up his voice with laughter, but a wise man doth scarce smile a little.
That's why, brothers in here, you hardly ever see them smile. We be so serious, all right? But verse 19, doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet. We have to look at what fetters is. What is that?
Fetters in the what's it called? Oxford Language Dictionary. Mm-hmm. A chain or manacle used to restrain a prisoner, typically placed around the ankles.
Mm-hmm. So doctrines unto fools is as fetters on the feet. So you know what I mean? What is a doctrine?
A doctrine is something taught to you.
Yes, that's Christian, Baptist, Muslims. You know what I mean? Like that's their doctrine, right? So you know what I mean? That if somebody's teaching you something that is outside, if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, like this is for us. I'm not saying a Chinese person or an African person or whatever. If you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, and you're being taught anything besides these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's like chains on your feet. Okay, just like you know what I mean. Like when we first came into captivity. Okay, first we had the chains on our feet, but now where the chains at? They're on your mind. Niggas not take them chains of like celebrating Thanksgiving. Like why can you not just like say okay, I'm not doing that no more? There's no law in this society that says you have to celebrate Thanksgiving, but yet niggas will not like celebrate Thanksgiving. You show them in the law what it is. You break down the history of Native Indian people. You show them that they're our brothers and sisters, and the celebration is of their demise, and they will still not do it because they have chains on their minds now, okay? Because of the doctrine that has been put on us. Doctrines unto fools is as fetters on the feet, okay? You are stuck because you've been taught, you know, in the Christian church that you need to, you know what I mean? Like they somehow adapt every one of Esau's holidays to the church. Like, you know what I mean? What do they call? How do they explain Thanksgiving now? They says in the church. What do they say to make this? I know they say it's for the, you know, all the family getting together. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Halloween. What do they call Halloween? What do they call Halloween? It's something they said. They call it Hallelujah service. Some dumb, you know what I mean? Like some doctrine that they put on it to keep niggas' minds in chains, to keep us serving our oppressor. Okay, and that's going to have your house destroyed. That's going to have a single mother in the house. That's going to have that single mother in that house with children that are addicted to drugs. Okay, or you know, like whatever Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are going through, those doctrines that we've been taught was the reason behind what we're going through. Okay, so doctrines unto fools is as fetters on their feet, and like what is this? Manacles on the right hand. What is a manacle? Did you look that up?
It's a metal band.
Same thing, basically. It's the same thing, basically. Something that, you know, keep you cuffed to something. You know what I mean? Like we, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are damn near our own worst enemy. You know, because we keep teaching the doctrines of, you know, fools. We keep teaching our people something that is going to keep our houses destroyed. We can't come together. We can't be a nation that rises and get out of the condition we're in as long as we're going against our power. And here, listen, the Bible is the manual to getting your God back on your side. You do what's in this book if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, and you will have, you know what I mean, like you will see the revolution happen faster than it's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? If more Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians would come into this truth and listen to the men of the Most High, the men of God, and take these, you know what I mean, these breakdowns and get this wisdom and understanding, then we will be out of this condition before you know it. You know what I'm saying? But niggas, I feel like our own people just don't want to see this place be destroyed. They can't fathom, you know what I mean, like bombs dropping over here in America and America being destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Our own people do not want to see the destruction of the people who are keeping them destroyed. It's just insane to me. Okay? It's really insane. What was the brother question at?
18.
Okay, as a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. Okay? You look at a house that's destroyed, and you don't have to look far in the Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian neighborhood. And that's wisdom, you know what I'm saying? That's wisdom to a fool. Before he takes the wisdom, before he takes the knowledge and understanding of these laws, statutes, and commandments, he'd rather smoke weed, be gay, get high, eat whatever he wants to eat and do, and his house is going to be destroyed. His life is going to be destroyed. Not only his life is going to be destroyed, but his kids' lives are going to be destroyed. So that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's wisdom to you is like, fool is not going to take the wisdom. So he's going to go and celebrate Christmas. He's going to go and celebrate Thanksgiving and, you know, Valentine's Day and all these things. And the statistics show you that every holiday, what happens? There's going to be a shoot. Niggas are going to die because of Thanksgiving. Because certain niggas got together and tried to do it for the family, it's going to be gunplay. You know, and people are going to die. And that's your wisdom. That's your wisdom. Celebrating Thanksgiving. Eating turkey. just because your oppressor said you should eat turkey. That's your wisdom. So as a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. Wisdom, you won't take that. You'll just be destroyed. Okay? And the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense. What you're saying will never make sense. You know what I'm saying? You can, in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, you can't, there's nothing you can come and tell us that is gonna, you know what I'm saying, dispute what we teach. Ever. If the Bible doesn't say it, then it doesn't exist. And that's how we live. Okay? What else you got in the chat?
Got a couple more questions.
Okay.
Quite a few, actually.
Come
on. This is.
You should. Let's get the one where it says that you brought up, the one precept you brought up. You pull that wisdom. Okay.
Well, yeah, this is going to.
Wisdom is understanding in the sight of the nation. That'll be a good one.
I think that's indeed Deuteronomy.
Right. Deuteronomy 4 and 6. We'll get that one again, whatever you got. You got another one. You can read that one too. Start at Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 4.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Most High your power are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and commandments and judgments, even as the Most High my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
So if you possessing a land, okay, this is heavy to me because Negroes don't really get this. The Lord just said, whatever land you go to possess. Mm-hmm. So if you live in the ghetto, are you possessing that land? No. Do you live there? No, you are. You live there.
Possessing it?
Yeah. Well, that's where you're at. That's basically saying wherever you live, wherever you at, nigga, I'm renting this house. I possess this. This is my house. I don't give a if I'm on Section 8 or not. You know. So we're in the ghetto. This is it. Like niggas think just because they on the bottom and in trouble and in the worst condition, they don't have to keep God's laws. That's the whole thing. Like, why I'm gonna keep God's laws and I'm in this condition? No, man, I'm trying to, come up. And this Bible is telling you this. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments. Okay? Even as the Most High power commanded me to teach you this, to tell you what you should and should not do, because you went into a covenant with our God. With your power, you agreed and said, we're going to do it. We'll do it. We said we would do it, and you'll put us on top. And if we don't do it, you'll put us on the bottom. So that's it. That's the agreement, right? So now I taught you these statutes and judgments. even as the Most High, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land, whether ye go to possess it. So no matter where you live, no matter where you at, no matter if you're on the bottom or not, you got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the deal. That's the deal. You got to keep these laws. I don't care if now you're in punishment, now you're on the bottom. And again, it's a little harder for us because this captivity took it a little further. Like, we don't even know who we are. Our oppressor told us we're somebody else. So how am I going to keep these laws, statutes, commandments when, you know, the church teach me I'm a Gentile? I don't know who I am. But once you've been taught this, once you've been told, like Moses taught his people, you know what I mean? Like Commanding General YAHANNA has been doing forever. General Mahaiman, Captain Shawar Yahweh, and now we get to do it, right? Once you've been taught these laws, statutes, and commandments, you have to keep them. I don't care if you live in the ghetto. I don't care if you're on the bottom. Okay? This is the law of niggers. Okay? These are your laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? Okay, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Most High my power commanded me, that ye shall do so in the land wherever ye go to possess it. So I don't care if you live in the ghetto or not. Keep, therefore, and do them. If you live in the ghetto, what you gonna do? Keep, therefore, and do them. If you live in the gated community, what you gonna do? Keep, therefore, and do them. If you Kanye West and got plenty of money, what you gonna do? Keep, therefore, and do them. You keep these laws, statutes, commandments. If you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, okay? For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, okay? This is your wisdom. Keeping Christmas is not your wisdom if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. Keeping Christmas, keeping Thanksgiving is not your wisdom if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. The Passover is where it's at. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Day of Atonement, Feast of Tabernacles, Hanukkah, that's where it's at. That's your wisdom. That's your what can I say? That's your culture. That's your society. That's your world. Right? That's the world that the Most High gave his only begotten Son for. The Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Day of Atonement, the blowing of trumpets. That's the world that the Most High gave his only begotten Son for. That's your wisdom. And if you don't have that wisdom, then your house will be destroyed. Your house will be destroyed. And your wisdom will be like, you know what I mean, as a fool. Because you keeping Thanksgiving. And now, you know what I mean, like, all we got is single mothers. You celebrate Christmas, and now we ain't got no economy. You know what I'm saying? Your wisdom is foolish. And now your house is destroyed. Because you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You don't have the wisdom that other families and other nations are going to look at you and say, that's a wise and understanding people right there. That brother right there got it going on. Them Hebrews know what's going on. They got it together. Okay? Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely, this great nation is a wise and understanding people. I like the next part. Read verse 7.
Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Most High our power is in all things that we call upon him for?
Who else has a power that all we got to do is just follow his orders? Just do what he says, that's all. And he's right here with us. He's close. Guess where Esau's gods are at? In the sky. Mars and Saturn, all that stuff they worship. Saturnalia, they worship the sky gods. We worship the God of the living God of the earth, my man. He's right here with us. He's in the fourth dimension right here with me right now. He's close. That's the God we serve, or that's the God we should serve. That's the God we serve in the UPK. Now, what you serve in your house, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that garbage, that's not my God. So don't expect, to get blessings or to not get shot by the police or to not have your uncle just go crazy in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner and shoot everybody. Don't expect that not to happen because you're celebrating something that has nothing to do with your power. You worship a foreign God, a God that you don't even, your forefathers know not of. You know what I mean? You know not what you worship. These scriptures are all in the Bible. I mean, like, we worshiping God we don't even know. Niggas don't know what Christmas really is. They just do it because that's what they were taught. They were born into it. So, you know what I mean? End of the day, get into the school, follow the law, statutes, and commandments, listen to the words of, the priests and prophets that are here to teach you and show you what you should and should not be doing. And you won't be in a destroyed house. Until your house might be in the gutter, but it won't be destroyed. It'll be solid when you walk through them doors. You'll walk through them doors and you'll see a black YAHANNA on the wall. Right? That's all right. Okay, so that's what we doing. Okay. That's what we teaching. We teach about the nigga God. We teach about black supremacy. Okay. We teach what this Bible, we teach what our forefathers have taught. And we're going to follow that to Christ's return, okay? And after, okay? So what's next? You got another precept or?
Yeah. The book of Psalms.
Psalms, okay? I mean, if not, we'll just go to the next question.
We can go to the next question. Young man, Max, I believe this is young man Max. Salaki, sir.
Max, he's in Panama, right?
Right.
Panama City, Most High Christ. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. And Salaki, I want to say Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah to all the brothers, Yahweh Shem Barakatah, Bashem Yahshua to all the sisters, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have y'all in the class, glad to see y'all here with us on a Monday night, you know what I mean? Trying to get these laws, statutes, and commandments, trying to stay diligent in the Most High, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, man. You know what I mean? Black supremacy, this, you know what I mean? Like this nigga God that, nobody who knew that, you know what I mean? The niggas had their own God, okay? And that's what we try to serve right now, okay? Under command General YAHANNA and the Israelite school, BLACKWATCH. Okay,
so young man Matt asked, Salaki, sir, did Christ literally walk on water, or was this a metaphor? He helped understanding what that was all about.
Okay. No, he walked on water. Why did he walk on water? Why was he able to do that?
I got the direct precept where it's located.
Yeah, go ahead. What is that?
Matthew 14, starting at verse 22.
We'll read the precept. Matthew 14. Mm-hmm. Okay. But Christ definitely walked on water.
And then another precept is Matthew 17. 20.
Okay. First we're going to go to 14 and 17.
Yes.
And this is
14 and 22.
14 and 22.
Mm-hmm. So like, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, no, this is not a metaphor. This is not something because this is going to be, as I'm looking at it, it's not written in red. So it's not Yahawashi himself like giving a metaphor or whatever. Okay. But this is an account of what happened. Okay. This is an account of what actually happened. Okay. Yeah, Christ had faith, and precept is, you know what I'm saying? Faith of a mustard seed. If you had faith of a mustard seed, then you would be able to do the things that Christ did. Like if you just, you know, had the faith that a mustard seed size faith of what Christ had, then you would be able to heal the dead, heal, you know, sickness, raise the dead, Salakia, heal sicknesses. You will be able to do all these, walk on water. Okay, this is something that Christ actually did. You know, this is a literal account of what Christ did. Okay, go ahead and read it,
Verse 22.
wherever you want to start.
Matthew chapter 14, verse 22. And straightway Yahawashi constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Yahawashi went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out of fear. But straightway Yahawashi spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water.
Right. So see, this is a literal depiction or a literal
Recollection.
recollection. Well, not recollection because you know it's a written, you know what I mean, record or whatever. But this is what actually happened, physically happened. These brothers saw it. Okay. What's the word for the men? Who, the men who used to like be with other men and like write everything down.
Record?
No. There's a word for the brother who was with certain people or certain men, and they just wrote down what they saw. Okay, but this is a literal record of something that actually happened. This is not a metaphor. Okay, where you at? Did you jump off that? Verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto the water, come unto thee on the water. Mm-hmm. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahawashi. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Yahawashi stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?
Right. So you know what this sounds like to me? Like, because we try to, I know I try to put everything in context of something that today you understand. Okay. You have to try to put it into something that, you know, somebody today can understand. So it's almost like, let's say somebody first come into the truth, right? And they think, because, you know, what do they think when they come into the truth? I found the truth. Now everything's going to be what?
Perfect.
Perfect, wonderful, sweet, and just, you know what I mean? Like I'm following the black God, you know, I'm keeping the laws, you know, everything is wonderful. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But then what's going to happen, Isaiah?
Trouble.
Trouble is going to happen. Now, this is something that actually happened. I'm just giving a, you know, example of how you can kind of look at it today. Because Christ is saying, oh, ye of little faith. Okay? Like Peter heard the truth. I'm coming, you know, I'm gonna be in class, you know. Nigga been in class for a while, this, that, and the third. Then guess what? His rib leaving. He loses his job. He starts to sink. And then guess what happens? He leaves the truth. Oh, ye of little faith. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You know, stuff is going to happen. Just because you came into the truth, I came into the truth, like I'm still struggling. I'm still, you know, fighting to pay bills, this, that, and the third. Stuff happens. You know, brothers are, you know, getting in situations where, you know, they can't pay their rent. This, that, stuff's going to happen. But, all right, here, okay, let me put it like this. As you live your life before the truth, right? You celebrated Christmas, right? Right. Sometimes, some years it's good, and you can buy plenty of Christmas presents, right? But what happens on the year when you can't buy plenty of Christmas presents? Do you say, I'm not celebrating Christmas no more? Forget Christmas. I'm done. I'm gonna go do something else. Do they do that? No, you fight through that, and you continue to serve white Jesus and Santa Claus and all that. But you come into the truth and you find the black God, you find YAHANNA, and you know what I mean? Like you ready to bounce at the first thing that happens. First hard time, first little struggle, your rib acting up, your boss laying you off, this, that. See, it's because I've been over there at that dang school. I've been, you know, in class. This is why this is happening to me. When, nigga, it was going to happen to you anyway. What's time and chance? You got that scripture? Time and chance. Like, so even if, like I just brought out, even if you in the world and you celebrate Christmas, that don't mean you ain't going to have hard times. You celebrate 4th of July, that don't mean you ain't going to have hard times. So just because you serve the nigga God, now you think you're never supposed to have no hard times? You tripping, man. You tripping, okay? Time and chance. We're all going to have hard times. We're all going to have good days. We're all going to have bad days. Christ actually walked on water, okay? Peter walked on water for a little while. His faith was right there with YAHANNA. But then it started getting a little rocky. It kind of went down, okay? And he started to sink, okay? All right, where we at? Matthew 14 and... Yeah, hold on 1 second. I do want it. Verse 29, and he said, no, verse 28, no, verse 27. But straightway YAHANNA spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, it's really you, my man, bid me come unto thee on the water. Let me get down like that. You know what I'm saying? And he said, come. YAHANNA said, come on. You know what I mean? Let me come out here, let me see what you got. Okay? And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to YAHANNA. But when the wind boisterous, he was afraid. and began to sing and cry, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore dost thou doubt? Wherefore dost thou doubt? Okay? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased, and they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of the truth, thou art the Son of God. Okay? Like they saw Christ walk on water. They saw him help Peter walk on water. And at the end of the day, that key word is faith. Okay? Yahushua put it out there. Oh, thou of little faith. You can't, this is going to be, especially trying to come up out of this captivity. You know what I'm saying? Stuff's going to happen, man. This is a fight. You don't think, you know what I mean? You have to be in the school for a while, but you don't think Satan is going to try you? Oh, you keeping laws now, huh? Oh, you believe in the nigga God. Oh, okay. Let me go over here and and see if your rib feel the same way. I think she might want to dip on you. Then we're gonna see how you act. Let me see if we can get your boss to see what you're doing and confront you about it and see if you continue in this serving the nigga God. Let's see what your faith look like. And that's what it's all about, brothers and sisters, your faith. Right now, 2022 today, what is your faith level? How, you know what I mean? Like, if you have an issue, you need to call a man of God and get counsel. Get some strength, you know what I mean? Like, get some encouragement, okay? Get the precepts, get the understanding, get the wisdom, so you don't fall weak and fall out the truth, okay? Because obviously right here you can see even Peter, doubted for a minute. He believed, he saw Christ do it. Christ told him, the things I do, you will do too. We'll get that one also. But once he was put in the position to do it, and things got hard, he kind of fell off. His faith kind of wavered, you know what I mean? And Yahushua had to lift him up. He had a brother to help him out. And that's what these brothers are here for today, to help you out. Whenever you fall weak, we're here to help you out. Make a phone call, pick up the phone. Let a brother know what's going on. What you guys, Zab?
You want me to get no, it's when you was talking about
Mustard seed.
no, I got that one too.
Yeah, good. Let's get that one. That's, you know what I mean. Like,
Oh, time and chance.
Oh, time and chance, right? Yeah, time and chance. Like, stuff's gonna happen. Even if you are, look at Kanye West. You know what I mean? He got all the money, but still he messed up. He jammed up. Time and chance, man. There is plenty of rich people in the earth today, and guess what? They get cancer. They die, or their loved ones die. I mean, it's just time and chance. Every what they say, every dog has his day. So just because something comes along that is not lovely and sweet, don't mean you're not supposed to fight through it. Okay? Go ahead and read it,
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 11.
Ecclesiastes, that's a good book, boy. 9 and 11.
Never forget Ecclesiastes 9 and 11.
Or Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Okay, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift,
What is under the sun? And he said he returned. Ooh, we. What is under the sun? Anybody in the chat, tell us what's under the sun. What is, who asked this question? Young man Max. What's under the sun, brother? What is under the sun? What is under the sun? I think that's an easy one, though. Everybody knows what's under the sun. See, brother asked me for a minute or two. Y'all what's up, saying? What's y'all what's up talking about? Is that y'all what's up?
We just responded to some stuff we said.
Okay. What's under the sun, Max?
He said, "Ish get rough. Prepare thy soul."
Yeah.
Well, you know, young man Max is a trucker.
Oh, okay, no sweat. So, what's under the sun? The earth. Okay, the place that we walk around, this rock that we walk around on, this place that we call home, this place that we dwell. Okay, that's what's under the sun. Okay, hold on. Read, start at verse 10. It's heavy. Verse 10.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11.
Whatever you do, knock yourself out. Like, go hard, okay? If it's in the truth or if it's celebrating Christmas, go ahead. Go ahead, Actazar.
Verse 11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's just your time. Like a brother, like we see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they should have won that game. You know what I mean? But they didn't. Why did they not win that game? Time. It was just not. You know what I mean? Like it was the other team time to win that game. Okay. Okay. So basically, you can go as hard as you want to go. You can, knock yourself out, go strong. But at the end of the day, if you're not serving, the Most High power, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to go your way anyway. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing this thing and you're serving the Most High, even when, things are not going your way, you have to stay strong. You have to stay in that, you know what I mean? And that is what you're doing, okay? I saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, okay, nor the battle to the strong, nor yet, it's like it, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding. So like, you know what I mean? Like you can have, look at Kanye West, you know what I'm saying? He got all all the bread in the world, but he ain't got no understanding, you know what I'm saying? Nor yet favor to the men of skill. And just like I was saying, like you can be strong and hardcore, just like on David and Goliath. David was, you know what I mean? Goliath was 7 foot something. And David knocked his behind out with a rock, you know what I'm saying? So it don't matter, you know what I'm saying, if you're strong or not. But time and chance happening to all. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was the Lord wanted, you know, David to win that fight. You know, everybody is a time and chance for everything and everybody. Don't think just because, you know what I mean, like you come into this truth that, you know what I mean, all of a sudden now it's going to be all rainbows and cupcakes and ice cream, you know what I mean, and bubbles. That's not it. Time and chance happen to everybody. Kanye West got all the money in the world, but you know he's got trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, you know what I mean, your money. It's not about, you know, all these things that we love and fight and take dear to. It's just about, you know what I mean, living life the way the Most High Power told Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians they should live life. Okay. What else we got?
Real quick, since you got a question, I guess, on what we're reading.
Okay.
Sister Sabrina Lloyd, she said, does it mean a chance? I believe she's saying, is it a chance after the win? What is twisted cannot be straightened. What it's like and cannot be counted. Okay, now I don't really understand. Does it mean a chance? Or
chance
okay, I'm gonna read it as she wrote it. She said, does it mean a chase after the win? What is twisted cannot be straightened. What is like and cannot be counted. She said, or is it many things idea that appears new aren't really new at all?
That's on the question of what we're reading right now.
I believe so.
I think it sounds like maybe she's saying what we're reading in Matthew. All right, sis, just tell me which verse are you is it the one with Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 11, or is it the one in Matthew? So she said a chance, so
she said chase.
Chase.
She wrote chase. I thought she was saying chase.
I don't know either. Sabrina, which scripture are you talking about? Because I'm not really understanding the question. I'm not really understanding the question. Read it again for me, Axel.
Does it means a chase after the win? What is twisted cannot be straightened. What it's like and cannot be twisted.
It sounds like the win, that's the part that I'm thinking about Matthew. What was we at? Matthew 9? No, what was that? Matthew what?
14.
14.
22.
22. I'm not sure about a question. Straight away, how shall I constrain his disciples? Verse 30, but when he saw the wind, Historius.
Yeah, she said W-I-N, not wind.
Wind or wind?
W-I-N.
Right, wind. Like blowing winds.
W-I-N.
W-I-N.
Wind. Like the T.
Oh, wind. Okay. Okay, read it again.
Does it mean a chase after the wind? What is twisted cannot be straightened. What it's like and cannot be counted. Or is it many things idea that appears new aren't really new at all?
What's that right there? You just put the thing over. After the wind. Chase after the wind. What is twisted cannot be straightened.
Matthew 1, verse 9.
Matthew 1 and 9. So what are you trying to
I thought it had to do
add
with
this one to?
Yeah, I thought it had to do with what we was just reading. That's why I went to it.
Okay. 1 and 9? 1 and 9. That's just giving the broad line of your house shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, chasing after the wind. Right. Okay. To me, let's go back to Ecclesiastes. Okay. Ecclesiastes. Time and chance, right?
She said Matthew 19.
Matthew 19.
Matthew 19 through. Oh, I'm not really sure.
Matthew 19. All right, so just like rephrase the question.
Yeah.
And then that'll help us out. Just rephrase the question from the beginning, and then that'll help us out. We got any other questions besides
We got
that?
plenty of questions. I still got the precept.
What precept? Okay, go ahead. What you got?
Matthew 17,
Okay.
verse, what is it, 15? 19, verse 7. Chapter 17, verse 19.
Okay.
Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto the mountain, this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you.
Right. Okay. So, what's the mountain? Let's say the mountain is Esau's government. Like you got basically what's ever in your way. You know what I'm saying? Because the mountain, you know what I mean? Like throughout this book, the mountain would be like a government, or you know what I'm saying? Somewhat of high stature. You know what I'm saying? So basically, Yahushua is saying, what we say in the truth today. You know what I'm saying? We pray to our power, right? To make to make Esau pay for, you know what I mean? Like not just Esau, but every nation that has a hand in what we've been through. We pray to our power, you know what I'm saying, to destroy them and to take them off the top and put them on the bottom and put us on top, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It's basically the same thing. You know what I mean? Like you have the faith and you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and don't waver, don't fall out the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, like everybody is on their own time. Everybody's on their own time, frame, on their own time schedule or whatever. When that's not our God's time, schedule. That's not His time frame. You know what I'm saying? So you have to stay strong and weather these storms. You know what I'm saying? For whatever you're asking for, you have to stand strong and weather these storms, and stand strong in this truth and believe that what you are standing for will come, you know what I mean, will come to, you know, its fullness. You know what I mean? Like, it might not be in your lifetime, but it might be in your lifetime. Who knows? No man knows the time or hour, you know what I'm saying? Right. So you just have to stay, you know what I'm saying, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you lose your job. You know what I'm saying? No matter if your rib leaves you, no matter if your husband leaves you, okay? You just stay in this truth. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that you are believing in, the thing that you have faith in, will come to pass. Because like the scriptures say, just because you don't believe, don't mean it's going to make it non-effect. The scriptures say it's going to happen, so it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. We just, you know what I mean? The Most High is just waiting on enough brothers and sisters to actually stand strong, you know what I mean, in this truth and follow these laws, statutes, commandments, and he will send a nigga back to save you and get you out of this condition named Yahushua. And you know what I mean, and take the knee of your oppressor off your neck. Okay, so that's what we need to do. Okay. Then came the disciples to Christ, Yahushua, apart, and said, "Why could we not cast him out?" You know what I'm saying? And Yahushua said unto them, "Because of your unbelief." And that's exactly what happened to Peter. You know what I mean? He saw Yahushua doing it. He stood strong on what Yahushua was doing. But when he was, you know, out there, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, this, you know what I mean? The cops coming, you know, a woman left me, you know what I mean? Like, it's different than just watching you do it, watching Commander General YAHANNA do it for, you know, forever, you know, watching General Muhammad do it forever is different than you actually doing it. You don't think they had ribs left them? I don't know, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't think, you know what I mean, they lost jobs? You don't think hard times came? But they held it, they right here. You got to do the same thing. You got to do the same thing, I got to do the same thing. These sisters and brothers in the class got to do the same thing. These brothers been in the truth forever. Now, it's easy watching them do it, you know what I mean? But you doing it, that's something else. That's something else now. Oh, you want me to go against my mama? My mama? Not my mama. She cooked the best turkey on the earth. You know what I mean? Like my woman? Oh, you want me to say what? No. See, that's the point. Like you're gonna have to go through them things. You're gonna have to go through them things. If you're a sister, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go through your mama and your best friends telling you crazy. If you a brother, you're gonna have to go through your rib leaving you. You might lose your job. You're gonna have to go through those things. But Christ is saying you have to have faith, okay? And Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief, just because some hard times came, you say, nah, you know what? I'm going to just, you know, go back to the Christian church. I'm going to just go back to celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really see this happening. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see it happening. Like, we got to see it right now, or we'll forget it. You know what I mean? Like, nah, this ain't for me. You know, that's standing strong. What the sister was saying, something about standing strong. You know what I'm saying? We got to stand strong in this truth. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence and yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and faith. Okay, that's how you get it, prayer and faith. Studying these scriptures, getting the breakdown, and believing. What is faith? What is faith? What's faith, Pastor?
The substance of things hoped for, the absence of things seen.
Right. I believe, you know what I'm saying, that niggas are gonna rule one day. I don't see it right now. I don't see that at all. I see, man, you know what I see? I see brothers and sisters who don't want it to even happen. I see brothers and sisters who just want to, you know what I mean, celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and let Esau rule the earth forever. That's what I see. So I don't see what, you know what I mean, I believe in, but I believe it. And now what me believing it means what now?
That you gonna put the work in behind it.
Yes, there's work to be done. I got to go to camp. I got to, you know what I mean? I got to do classes. I got to feed, you know, homeless people. All these things I got to do because I actually believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Faith without works is dead. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Get that one, and then we should be able to jump off this. Faith without works is dead. James
2:14. Book of James, chapter 2, verse 14. What doth it profit, my brother, though a man say he hath faith and have not works? Can faith save him?
That's heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just to believe. Like if I just say I believe, and that's what a lot of brothers do. A lot of sisters do that. Like when you tell them about the truth, they be like, yeah, I believe. Okay, man, go ahead and get down. I'm gonna be over here though. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be over here. You know what I mean? But you do your thing, dog. You do your thing. I believe what you're saying, but I'm gonna be over here.
I think y'all boys right.
Yeah.
Y'all keep doing y'all thing,
right,
bro.
Right.
Be over here.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, holla, you know what I mean? Like, right. I'll see you when the chariot shows up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm with you. Don't forget me. You know what I mean? Like, they're not ready to put in any work. Oh, they're not ready or willing to put in any work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
go ahead and keep reading.
Verse
Verse 14, hold on. What do it profit it, my brethren? Like, he's not talking to everybody. He's not talking to Chinese people. He's not talking to African people. He's not talking to the East Indian. Like, that's the heavy thing about this book, man. Like, we got to understand now. We got to understand, like, who we are. And we got to understand to be able to love your brother as you love yourself. Like, that's, man, if we, man, like, it's, okay. That part right there is heavy to me because everybody else does that. Every other nation, people do that.
right.
But we kind of look at it as, you know, like something different. When all it is just, okay, I'm going to help a nigga before I help a white man. If there's two homeless people on the corner begging for $1 to get something to eat, I should go and give it to my brother first. I got to prefer him first. Guess what? That's what Esau do. That's what a Chinese man would do. Without having to be in a class. Without having to be in a class and being taught to love Chinese people first, that's just what he's going to do. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the only people who don't prefer their own people over anybody else. And it's because we're on the bottom. You know what I mean? A nigga is the most disgusting thing you ever want to see in your life. And, you know, that white man, poor white man who's on the corner, there has to be a very valid reason that you are homeless and on the corner. But this nigga, there is no reason he has for being, he needs to be a good slave and be somewhere working, his hands, fingers to the bone. Like, I can't give him nothing. I can't love him. But you poor white man who's standing on this corner, drugged out, visibly, you can see, you know, you're alcoholic, but I need to help you get on your feet. You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the point. James, in this book, is saying, brothers, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Though a man say he have faith, I believe in Yahweh Shai. I believe, you know, black Jesus was black and have not works. Okay, so you believe Christ is black. So are you going to go and tell other brothers and sisters that he's black? Are you going to, you know what I mean, donate your time, money, and effort to showing other blacks and Hispanics that he's black, that he looked just like them? Are you going to go and, you know, give a homeless man something to eat? Are you going to go and, you know, do a class and break down scriptures and try to help brothers and sisters understand what they should be doing? Are you going to do some work? You know what I mean? Are you going to do some work? Okay? So what do it profit, my brother? Though a man say he have faith and have not works, can faith save him? No. Faith alone cannot save you without works. Listen, Yahweh Shai had faith, right? He walked on water. But what did he do? He did works. He healed people. He fed people. Those are the works. Healing people, feeding people, having mercy on your brother, forgiving your brothers and sisters. Because we can't forgive. Even though we don't want to. Niggas don't want to forgive a nigga for nothing, you know what I mean? We'll hold a grudge on a nigga forever. But we can do all these things that Yahweh Shai did. You know what I'm saying? All right, verse 15. If a brother or a sister be naked and destitute of daily food, this is, you know what I mean? This is it right here. Right. And one of you say unto them, depart in peace. Be ye warmed and filled. Notwithstanding, ye give them not those things which are needful to the body. What doeth it profit? Go ahead.
Good. Like this, this is exactly what the Christians do.
Of course.
They got this big old mega church, and then you come to them and say, listen, I got issues, I got problems. What do I do? And they say, look, now go.
Yeah.
Go
pray about it. Go in peace. Yeah. And the Lord be with you.
Lord be with you.
I'm not going to give you a coat. I'm not going to give you a coat so you can be warm. I'm not going to give you some food out of our pantry back here. I'm not going to give you some money out of our treasury to pay your goddamn bills. So, you know what I mean? Like, so you can survive. That's just what this, you right on. That is what this is saying. Like, the Christian church is just going to say, pray about it. Yeah. The Lord, you know what I mean? Like, go. Not only that, I'll take it a step further. Like, if you are going through hard times sometimes like this, they'll say, oh, what, you must not be doing something right in your life. You're sinning against God. You know what I mean?
The Lord is not with you.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, when in reality, the white man is the devil, or the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and that's why we're going through this stuff. He's got his foot on, his knee on our neck. Okay? All we got is each other. If you don't give me $5 when I'm hungry and out, who the heck else is gonna give me $5? And that's another reason why we love the white man so much. Well, at least our women. our sisters, that welfare check, that Section 8, man, ain't no nigga on the earth better than the white man wants to get that. Nigga, you can't tell them nothing. You just a nigga. This white man giving me Section 8, paying my rent. Nigga, what you doing? He giving me food stamps. You see my refrigerator is full of food. What you doing, nigga? Oh, yeah? You believe in the black Jesus? All right. I'll get with you then. You know what I mean? Take that black Jesus stuff somewhere else. They have no works, actually. They have no works. And it's been taught from the Christian church to treat for us to treat each other like this. Just like you said, you know what I'm saying? Verse 17. Even so faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. So the breakdown is right here. Faith by itself is not going to save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people from the hell that they're in today. We got to love one another and help one another, and you know what I mean, and take care of one another. That's faith. That's brotherhood. Brethren, that's brotherhood. Taking care of other brothers and sisters, helping them. You know what I'm saying? Not only just, with all types of stuff. You got a problem smoking cigarettes? No sweat. You should want to quit that. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to help you stop smoking cigarettes. This is what you want to do. Do this, do that. You know what I mean? Like you have an urge or something, you call me. Like we try to get each other right. We help each other. We work. We do the work that the Most High God wanted us to do, and that is love each other. You know what I mean? Like you can't put a coat on God. You can't put food in God's mouth, but you can put food in the people that he chose. He chose black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He loved them. Now, if you clothe them and feed them, you love God. That's how you love God, by loving the people that he chose. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing that, you're not doing nothing. You don't have no faith. You don't really have faith, really. If you ain't got no works, you ain't got no faith. You don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, this society and this culture that the Most High God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians laid out on the earth. You don't believe it. Because that culture requires for us to take care of one another, to love one another, to help one another, to tell, not only that, but to tell your brother his transgression. Cry aloud. I see you smoking weed. Nigga, you're not supposed to smoke weed. That goes against our God. I got to tell you where you're going off at. Sister, you can't be a whore. I got to tell you, you can't be just sleeping with men and on a stripper pole or selling you box on the corner. You can't do that. There's no whores in the, in the family of, the Israelites. Okay. We gotta raise brothers and sisters up to this truth. We gotta have them walk in the way of our power. Okay. The way he laid it out for us. Okay. Verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Okay, so you can't say you have faith and no works, because like it says right here, if I tell you I got faith, I got to be able, you say to me, what? Prove to me you got faith. Okay. I go out here and I feed these people. I go out to camp every week. I raise brothers and sisters up. I do, counsels. I do this. I do that. My works show my faith. Like the Lord, the things I do prove that I really believe this. I really believe this. I'm going to go and do the work because I really believe this. If you're not doing it, you're not doing no work, that means you really don't believe it. You just said, so you're saying that, right? Well, let's see. I'll just see what happens, because I don't believe it. I don't believe niggas should run the earth. I don't believe Hispanics should be on top. I don't believe that Native Indians are God's chosen people. But I'll sit over here and wait and just see what happens because I don't believe it. I don't have no faith. You don't have faith if you're not doing no work. And that's what this scripture is saying. Okay? This is what it's breaking down. Okay. So did the sister clear up her question that she had?
I had questions for her. But I mean, if you want to do it next week.
No, go ahead. What's your question?
No, I had other people
Oh,
chat.
Oh, okay. What we got?
Also, Trooper Sawat, he wants a breakdown on Genesis 3 and 24.
Oh, wait. Genesis
3 and 24.
3 and 24. Genesis 3 and 24. Oh, wait. Yeah. I'm gonna have to I already know that one. I knew that one. I'm gonna have to get with Captain Warrior on that one. Okay, because I don't remember that breakdown. Because I asked that question myself. That's a good one right there. Basically, okay. This is okay. From what I remember, Genesis 4. What was it? 3 and 24. Mm-hmm. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim, a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. And I know I asked this one. I don't remember that one. I don't remember it, man. I know, obviously, it wasn't a sword in the sky, just going every which way. Okay. I kind of remember, but I don't. Oh man, I kind of remember it, but I'm just gonna double check it. Let me write that down because I kind of remember that one, but I don't fully remember it. Okay, I'm about to get the Captain Warrior and ask that question again because I don't fully remember that. All right, that's a good question. Man, I don't remember that. Who asked that question?
Trooper Sawat.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if we got any other questions, just save them for tomorrow night. Save your questions for tomorrow night. We'll be in the Brotherhood class. Okay. Officer Tawashab will be running the class. I'll probably be in the class with him. So if you have any questions that were not answered tonight, go ahead and let's jump in tomorrow's class. Ask your question and we'll get it answered. But for Trooper Sawat, I'll get with Captain Warrior and get the breakdown on this one. And I'll try to have it for you tomorrow night. Okay? All right. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll go ahead and end the class. We got to be over the time. All right. You got anything you want to bring out, ISIS up when you in the class?
So, putting the link in the chat to sign out.
Okay.
Before you leave the classroom, make sure you sign out. So we can keep record of who's checking in and out of class, who's signing in and out of class. The link is now in the comment section. You sign out. if you trying to get credits for your name.
Okay. So also we got the Passover coming up, right? Passover. We got the date for the Passover right now.
April 1st.
April 1st, 2023, right?
Yes.
It's going down in Charlotte, North Carolina.
No, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. Passover. What is it? The 54th annual?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the Most High's 54th annual Passover is going down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. You want to go ahead and start making your plans, getting your stuff together. Okay, all of Israel will be in the building, Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st. Okay, so you want to, if you got any questions, get with the officer in your zone, get with Captain Shawar Ya'Allah. Okay, we'll get you right. But it's definitely going down. So start getting your plans together, making your travel arrangements. You don't want to wait till the last minute and start, looking and wondering how you're gonna get to the Passover. Okay, if you hear my voice right here tonight telling you the Passover is April 1st, 2023, you should be making phone calls tonight or tomorrow. You know what I mean? Considering and trying to make reservations for yourself and your family to be in Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, April 1st. Okay, what else we got?
Hanukkah.
Okay, Hanukkah is going to be this month or December, Salakia. We got a couple weeks, December 17th. Okay, it's going down right here, 1628 Avenue E. Okay, we're going to be getting it in for the feast of, or the, what is it? Dedication of Hanukkah. Okay, we do that for 8 days. Okay, so that'll be going down right here, 1628 Avenue E, Riviera Beach, at sundown, December 17th. Okay, so also make plans for that. Be in the building, come in and enjoy amazing brotherhood and sisterhood right here. Okay, with your Akwaki. Okay, what else we got?
That's it. Vegas cookout this week, Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah, if you ain't on that, you know what I mean? Like, you might be a little behind. The 8 ball, but that's going down. When's it going down again?
Thursday.
Thursday is the
December 1st.
Thursday is the 1st. Yes.
December 1st to the 4th, I believe.
So that's this upcoming weekend. The Las Vegas cookout is going down. You get out there, man. Let me know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna make that one.
It was great last time. I went 2 years
there?
ago. I went there 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was great. It was awesome.
Sounds great. It always is. Everything we do in the U.P.K. is awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and salute everybody out. Let y'all have the rest of your night. Enjoy your Monday night. Okay. Go ahead and jump into BLACKWATCH with Commanding General YAHANNA. I'm sure he's got all the other heavy hitters on deck with him. Mm-hmm. Okay, so with that, Yahweh Shem Yahushai brought a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal thumb by Shem Yahushai to the sisters. I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 123rd Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA, not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. Shalom.